Okay, so in today's video, I had the idea of playing Fisk for 7 days. So I'm in the Roblox game Fisk on this brand new account. Well, it's not brand new, but it's just my alt account. And we're going to be seeing how much progression I can get in 7 days. I don't know how much I'm going to play each day, but it's not going to be a whole ton. But we're going to see how much progression I get each day. So the first thing we got to do is talk to Pierre. Okay, so we first just got to catch 3 fish, which is easy since I'm a pro. Okay, so we officially caught 3 fish and we'll just head back to Pier. So we're just going to do his little quest. And I think he has a second quest. I'll just do it. Fine, but I think we just got like 3 quests pretty much. And then, I don't know, maybe not 3, maybe just 2, but we just got a couple quests and we're going to see just how much progression I can get. So let's get these quests done with. Okay, so I don't know if I have enough cash yet, but we got a couple things here. So I'm going to see if I got enough. I also just got some bait, so we're gonna try those out right now. Let's see if we got enough. Okay, the quest is to make 500 from selling, so I'm just gonna keep going, and then I think I'm just gonna go up to the carbon rod or something. Okay, so my plan for day 1 was to upgrade from the flimsy rod to the carbon rod, and then use the carbon rod I just got to get the money I needed for a boat so I could go to Roslit Bay and start fishing there. That was all I really expected that I'd be able to do for day 1, because I was not going to play the game for hours and hours. So basically, I eventually started working towards buying the carbon rod after I finished Pierre's quest, which was not going to take a whole lot of time to get because the carbon rod is pretty cheap and not that expensive. I also changed fishing spots after a bit because I wanted to try and catch different kinds of fish from the pond. And I did end up indexing a couple new fish into my BC area. While at the pond, I did happen to get lucky and catch a treasure map, but I could not use it because you needed to get it fixed at Forsaken Shores, and I didn't even have a boat yet, so I can't even drive there. Also, while I was fishing, I completely forgot about the guy who gives a quest for using bait and the angler, so I used all my bait and never took the quest. And basically for day 1, I mainly just grinded for the carbon rod, but I eventually did buy a boat so I could go to Roslit Bay to start fishing. Okay, so this is going to be the end of day 1 basically, and so far we have gotten to Roslit Bay or Roslit Bay, I don't know how to pronounce it, but basically we got up to here with our new rowboat and carbon rod. But something I did forget to do was get the angler quest and the bait quest back at Moosewood, which I might go back for, and if I can, I might try to do this thing right here, this limited event. I don't know if I will or not, but this is basically all the progress I got for day 1, and we'll see how much progress I can get tomorrow. Okay, so yesterday we ended off in Roslit Bay or Roslit Bay. I still don't know how to pronounce it, but basically we're just going to be trying to get more progression today. So we still have the carbon rod, and I guess I'm just going to go sell my stuff and then get back to fishing. We do have the option of going to the whirlpool. There's 2 right there to go to Vertigo, but I don't know if I want to do that, and I'm going to figure out what rod I want to buy first before I go back to fishing. Okay, so I think my plan is just going to go to the steady rod basically, so that's just what I'm going to go for. So might as well get back to fishing. My plan for day 2 was going to be to grind for the steady rod, and that was all I really had planned because I didn't know what else I could really do. I also happened to catch a shark fin really fast, and that was one of the fossils you needed for the event at the time, but that was just one of the 3 different fossils you need to catch from Roslit Bay. So if I wanted to do the event, I was going to need to catch a lot more fossils. I eventually caught a nurse shark, but this time it felt pretty easy to catch compared to most nurse sharks I've caught before. I also happened to catch 3 new fish, so those went into my BC area. Something completely random that happened was that this guy, for some reason, who had the rod of depths, came crashing into a wall with his speedboat right next to me. Eventually, I caught my first legendary fish, and it was the Dumbo octopus. It was not too hard to catch, but it gave me more of a challenge than most of the other fish. While I was fishing, I switched spots because I wanted to try getting luckier, but it didn't even really end up helping me. And when I changed spots, some dude came up to me and started flexing his manta ray that I wanted to catch. After that happened, I realized I could go and get the magma rod since we were at Roslit. So I started walking over to the volcano and went through the tunnel so I could get the quest from the orc. So my plan had now changed from only getting the steady rod to getting the steady rod and the magma rod. For the orc, all I had to do was get him a little pufferfish, and then he would give me the magma rod. But it was not as easy as I thought it would be to catch a pufferfish. I even started to fish in the area that I thought was boosted for a pufferfish, and I still could not catch it. But I think that's all I could get done for day 2, so getting rods will have to wait until day 3. Okay, so this is gonna be the end of really today. We got some more progress. We can almost afford the steady rod, which is the next rod we're gonna go for, and I think I'm gonna try getting the magma rod too. I did take the orc quest, but I don't know where the boosted pufferfish area is. I thought that was it over there, but that's actually, I think, the angelfish one. So I don't know where the boosted pufferfish area is, and I'm not gonna just cheat and go on my main account to find it. So we're just gonna have to get a pufferfish somehow. But we also need a flounder for the angler quest, which I eventually remembered to take. So yeah, we have to get that done, but we did get some more progress, and we can almost get the steady rod. So once we get like the steady rod and we eventually get some better kind of rod, maybe we'll eventually go to vertigo and then into the depths, but I don't know. But we got some good progress today, so I'll see you in the next day. Okay, so we are back in Fisk for day 3 of the grind. So now it's day 3, and basically we just got enough cash for the steady rod only because of the daily reward. And I actually did reset my daily reward somehow because I didn't play like early enough. I didn't play at the same exact time, so the daily reward got reset, but that's fine. So for day 3 though, I just plan on mainly grinding up to the scurvy rod or for the mythic rod, but I think the scurvy will be a better choice just because it's easier to get to instead of having to go straight from the steady rod to the mythical rod, because the mythical rod costs 110,000 and we're going to be getting the magma rod, so I'll be trying to get the pufferfish too. But let's just buy the steady rod. Okay, so we just got the steady rod, and I just realized something really bad. The steady rod has minus 60% lure speed. The magma rod might honestly be better. That's not good at all. How are we supposed to make up that lure speed exactly? Oh my god, I thought the steady rod would be a good idea, but I don't know honestly, and I still think this area is boosted for pufferfish, but I'm not sure. But let's just get the fishing. For day 3, all I really wanted to do was make money because I just spent all the money I earned over the past 2 days on a rod that might not be the best, so I started fishing and started grinding for money. I also wanted to catch a pufferfish so I could get the magma rod from the orc, which might be equal to the new rod I just bought because it's pretty bad. I eventually did manage to catch a pufferfish, but it took way longer than it needed to because you have to shake the steady rod like 30 times to get something on the line. 30 times. And then you end up not catching a good fish. So I basically just walked over to the orc and then gave him the pufferfish, and in exchange for the pufferfish, he gave me the magma rod. I also got the orc's best friend title with the magma rod. After that, I decided to test out the magma rod in the volcano. So after catching a couple fish in the volcano, I gave up because this rod was even worse than the steady rod. I did happen to catch a legendary fish in the volcano though. It was the obsidian salmon. And after that, I just went back to fishing with the steady rod. I also moved spots after a bit because I wanted to fish in the nurse shark boosted area, not just in no boosted area. For some reason, I got the trusted explorer title, but I don't even know why. But it was probably because I caught a certain number of fish, like 500 fish or something like that. I also happened to catch another treasure map, but after I caught that, I decided to switch fishing spots again, so this time I moved over to the Roslit pond and started fishing there. At the pond, since I had never fished there before, I caught a ton of new fish, and those went into my bestiary. I pretty much fished there for the rest of the time I played. After that, I went to sell everything, and that's pretty much all I could get done for day 3. Okay, so for day 3, this is basically all I got, and I basically only caught like 30 fish. I don't know if it was the best idea buying the steady rod because the steady rods, like, the lure speed is really bad. So we only ended up getting 4,000 coins versus when we caught the 50 fish with the other rod, with the carbon rod, we got up to like 6,000. So 6,000 for a carbon rod. And look, the lure speed is minus 10%. This only increases luck and weight capacity. It increases the weight capacity a whole ton. So yeah, if I really need that, then yeah, I think I can do that. But it might have been a terrible mistake buying the steady rod, honestly. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that, or if I'm gonna continue to fish with it. But I did happen to get the magma rod, but I guess we'll see what I can do on day 4. Okay, so today we're back for day 4 in Fisk, and basically I'm just going to try playing a little more today because I've been playing around only like 30 minutes a day, and I'm just going to be trying to play more because we made a terrible mistake yesterday or on day 3. So we got the steady rod right here, and that was a terrible mistake, so we're going to be making up for that. And if anyone noticed why my cash went up, it's because the daily reward today was really big. It was like a jackpot one, so we got 800, and we're also at Forsaken Shores because we're going to be trying out this place to see if it's better. Okay, well, I guess let's just get to fishing, and it seems like there's already some people grinding here. Oh, also, I switched back to the carbon rod because the steady rod just isn't going to do it. Like, I think I'm going to try playing longer today or just macro it, some of it, so I can just play longer and get more gold because I need to make up, or not gold, just cash. I just need to make up for what the steady rod costed. And the scurvy rod is also here, so I could just buy it, and I could fix my treasure maps if I wanted to. I have 4 of them, but the thing is, it's really hard to drive around with my slow boat to all the locations, and I don't have the GPS, so I'd have to go back to Moosewood. Okay, so after I said I was not going to fix my treasure maps, I just started fishing, and pretty much the first fish I caught was the scurvy sailfish, which was a fish I had never caught before on this account. I eventually got the pro fisherman title after catching a couple of fish, but I don't even know how I'm getting these titles. Like, what? Also, as soon as I lost the luck I had from the steady rod, I literally caught seaweed, which is a trash rarity. Like, the trash rarity is so hard to get. And then like 2 fish later, I caught it again. I was really starting to see the luck difference in the steady rod and the carbon rod. I also caught an ancient serpent spine, which was a mythical fossil you could catch at the time. This person next to me also happened to catch a mythical fossil, but it wasn't even the one I caught. It also happened to be frozen. Okay, so after a while fishing, I decided I was going to explore around Forsaken Shores because I never really did. So first I climbed up the ladder, then I went across the top of the waterfall, and then I went up a couple of rocks and stuff until I reached the top. Once I got to the top, I kind of just walked around and then crossed over a bridge. After I crossed over the bridge, I just walked around more and then climbed up on a rock just to jump off all the way into the water. So after I fell into the water, I switched my fishing spot from the pond to the seahorse boosted area so I could catch myself a golden seahorse. As soon as I started fishing the new area, I caught 2 new fish, and it was the buccaneer barracuda and the short fin mako shark, which are both terrible fish. So I just decided that I was going to fish there for the rest of my time. I also caught a bait crate, and for some reason it said that it was a new catch in my bestiary. And a couple of fish after that, I finally caught the mythical fossil, which was, or the other mythical fossil, which was this ancient serpent skull. After a bit more fishing there, I went to sell everything I caught, and that was basically all I was going to do for day 4. Okay, so we officially got level 15 and some stuff, so we're going to sell that right now. Okay, so we just got 6,000 coins, and it says now we can buy the relic rod from Ancient Isles, which we also got to sell these mythicals right here, so we can get a couple more. These are all just the thing part of the event, but they still sell for something. Okay, so yeah, we made way more money than we would have made using the steady rod, but I actually think I'm gonna macro it for like 30 minutes just because I need to get some more money and I have time, but I'm not gonna do it myself because I got other things to do still. But yeah, we'll see how much I can get after the 30 minutes of macroing. Okay, so this is officially gonna be the end of day 4. We used our macro for a bit and we did sadly lose our catch streak, but that's the risk of using a macro. So yeah, I didn't really care about it too much, but it was kind of cool that we were getting a high catch streak. But we did get a bigger catch streak now too. It's not as big as the old one, but it's still pretty big. And now we're just gonna sell everything and see how much money we made. Okay, just off normal fish we got 6,000, so we're just gonna get our new title, and now we gotta sell all these special fish, which I'm too lazy to do that, so I'm just going to, oh wait, not shop, I'm just gonna go to menu and just turn on auto sell because I'm lazy. Okay, so we got another 15,000 from that. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, so now we're basically just going to start grinding for the scurvy rod next day. So yeah, this is gonna be end of day 4 and on to day 5. Okay, so today is day 5 of the grind, and now we're actually going to head to the Ancient Isle since this is part of the new update, but it might be a little hard to get there because I have a rowboat and there's just like kind of like little like section you have to get through before you get there, and it's like this like just little like rocks and like kind of things that get in your way, and if your boat gets destroyed you are kind of stuck there, and I think you have to swim the rest. I don't know if you die or not because I haven't died really. The only time I've actually done is on my main account, so yeah, I'm gonna try getting through on this little rowboat, but we'll see if I can. Okay, so stuff is starting to spawn in and it's trying to get me to run into it, but I'm gonna make it to the ancient isle because not spawning is as fast as I thought. Ooh, a whirlpool. Okay, I did not know that was one of the obstacles, but I guess it is. More TNT. It's kind of easy with a slow boat. I thought it'd be harder. With the fast boats, you kind of just run into it by accident because you don't have enough time to turn, but I got plenty of time to turn, so this is kind of easy. But one of the reasons I do want to be here is because of the rod that's here, and I'll show you guys that later once I go over to it. Okay, so I've officially arrived at the ancient isle. I'm actually just gonna swim down here real quick for something. This is just basically this little fragment, which, okay, I got it. Now I'll swim back up so I don't drown. But yeah, that's basically all it is a little fragment, which you need 4 of them. But yeah, I just need that one. Okay, now I gotta figure out how to get on the island. Okay, so we are officially on the pond of the island, and this is where I'm gonna be fishing. And once I get like enough fish, I'll just go over to sell them and then go over to the rod, which I'll show you guys where it is once I go to it and get enough money. So my main goal for day 5 was to get enough money for the Phoenix rod, and then just kind of use the Phoenix rod to grind so I could get even more money. And the spot I was going to fish in was the pond because I thought it was a pretty good spot. It didn't end up being that good of a spot though because all I was catching was piranhas, so I really did nothing but fish until I could get the Phoenix rod. So here's a time lapse of that.
It's like I can't walk on the ceiling. Oh yeah, got me dreaming, dreaming in colors I never dreamed in. Oh yeah, I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before.
After a bit of fishing, I did get enough money for the Phoenix rod, and after I did, I started walking over to the cave, and at first I couldn't find the cave, but I eventually did find it. It actually blends into the environment pretty good. Once I did find the cave, I bought the Phoenix rod, but at the time, I didn't look at the control, so I would realize that the control was 0.02 later. But it was not that bad, and I could still fish with it just fine. So I went back to fishing in the pond. After catching one fish, I decided to move up to the pond that had the legendary boosted fish so I could try catching it. And that one fish I did catch happened to be so big that it was my new highest lifetime weight. And I pretty much just grinded at the upper pond for the rest of the time, but I did happen to catch a couple new fish while at the pond, and I did end up catching the legendary boosted fish while I was at the pond. Okay, so for day 5, I just got something really good. So I practically just got the Phoenix rod mainly, which was really good, but I didn't realize at the time when I was buying it that the control kind of sucked, but it's fine. I just got this really cool legendary, and it's scorched, so it might sell for more, but I don't know how much. And I don't know if I am, but I might use my macro to get some more fish, get some more money before day 6, so we could start working towards probably the mythical or the scurvy rod. I don't know how much better exactly the scurvy rod is than this, but I know this has less luck than the scurvy rod, less max kilograms, and I don't know about resilience or anything, but I don't really care about resilience that much. I only really care about control and luck and lure speed. The max kilograms I will only care about if like I actually need to catch a big fish, which here the fish are kind of big, but this is a pretty good grinding spot. And yeah, we just caught this 910 kilogram fish, which we're gonna sell right now. Okay, so we just sold everything. This is mainly all I'm gonna do for day 5. I think I'm gonna macro it for a bit, but not for a whole ton of time. So yeah, I'm just gonna head back to the spot and we'll see how much I get after I'm done macroing. Okay, so this is gonna be the end of day 5 pretty much, and we basically are done with the macro. We macroed for around 30 minutes, so in today we played total of like only an hour still, which isn't that much, but we still got some good progress, and we're just gonna see how much money we make. Okay, so we made another 15,000, which is pretty good and not bad, but I don't know what I'm gonna really save up for next, so we'll just save that for day 6 mainly. So let's see what we get done in day 6. Okay, so today is day 6 of the grind, and basically we're just going to be trying out our treasure maps. So we have built up a couple treasure maps right here, and these fish I just caught on the drive here basically, or the little boat ride, but we're just going to be basically using these 5 treasure maps. We are going to have to buy a better boat to use them though, so it will cost us a little bit of money, but I think I'm not going to buy a super expensive boat. I just need to get us something that gets us where we need to go pretty fast. So we have 5 and we just got to come over here to get them fixed at Forsaken Shores. Okay, so we just got all of them fixed basically, so they have all their locations now. And to basically find these, we need to buy the GPS, which I kind of forgot to buy. So we're going to have to head back to Moosewood, which it'll take a bit, but with our new boat, it's going to be pretty fast. So let's see what boat we're going to buy. Okay, so we can afford some pretty expensive boats, but I think we're only going to buy the bass boat just to get us something. Like, we could go for the hovercraft, it's slightly faster, but I don't want to really spend a lot of my money because we need to save all the money we can so we can get a new rod. But this should make it work. It's way faster than our boat we've been using. Okay, so the first thing I did was go and get the GPS from Moosewood so I could actually find the treasure chest. And I already knew how to use the GPS, so I went straight to searching. But if you want to know how to use the GPS, my guide will be in the description. The first treasure chest was pretty easy because it was right at Moosewood. But the second one was not that easy because it was really, really deep underwater, so I didn't know if I could make it or not. I did manage to get to it though, and then just died right after. The third treasure chest was also kind of deep, but I actually managed to get to it and make it back to the surface, which was pretty good. The fourth one was pretty easy because it wasn't that deep underwater, but the fifth one was really, really deep underwater, and I barely managed to even get to the treasure chest. I did get an enchant relic though, and I decided to use it, but I wanted to get like steady or controlled or something like that, but instead I got insight, an XP grinding enchant. And after that, I just went back to Forsaken Shores and used the backslash strategy to fish faster. But that was all I really did for the rest of the time. Okay, so this is pretty much going to be the end of day 6. For day 7, I plan on playing a lot more because it's going to be the last day, but I don't really know. But I'm not going to macro today because I don't really have time. So yeah, let's just see what I got. We did manage to get one scorched captain's goldfish. I'm hoping that sells for a lot. Let's see how much it sells for though. 1,768. That's not bad because after the nerf, everything kind of sold for nothing. So I don't know if I have any other like mythical or legendaries, but I'm just gonna sell everything. Okay, 5,803, not bad. And that was about from like 15 minutes of actual fishing. The rest of it was from me just getting other stuff, and I have 5 magic threads somehow. I really don't know how, and you can't sell these things. Look, watch. Or if you do, it's not going to sell for anything. No, look, I can't sell this. It says, so I can't even sell these, but I have a lot of them. And this insight thing is still not the best, but it did level me up a bit. So I'm level 29 now. So yeah, we'll see how much I can get tomorrow in the last day. Okay, so today is day 7, the last day. So for day 7, I really just plan just to grind as much money as possible and to try to play for as long as possible. Because on all these other days, we've just been trying to have some fun, you know. But now I'm going to just like kind of like lock in and just get as much money as possible. I don't know if I'm going to do any macroing or not, but I'm just going to try playing as much as possible so we can get as much as we can on the final day.
You ground me, yeah, you keep me close. You let me know that I can take you anywhere. Take you anywhere. You ground me, yeah, you keep me close. You let me know that I can take you anywhere.
Okay, so this is pretty much all the fishing I'm gonna do. Now I'm just gonna let my macro do the rest of the fishing. So hopefully it can, but we'll see how much we can get after we're done with the macro. So I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so we are officially back from using the macro, and we're just gonna go sell everything to see how much we got. Okay, so this is officially the total amount we got, 51,395, and this is pretty much just gonna be all we got in total. So basically over the 7 days, we have unlocked the Phoenix rod, gotten to level 38, and gotten some other cool stuff. We actually caught an enchant relic. I just didn't use it, but we did catch an enchant relic. We got a treasure map again, and we got 14 magic threads. We also got some cool bait over here. We got some shark heads from advanced bait crates, and we got a couple bobbers. So over the 7 days, we've actually gotten some pretty cool stuff and leveled up pretty good. But yeah, 50,000 cash is still pretty good, and now from here I could just simply go and get like the mythical rod or the trident rod, and then it'll be pretty easy from there. But this can be the end of the 7 days. I had a lot of fun doing this. It was nice to start over again, but it is a little hard at the start, but it gets easier after this. After you get like to the trident rod, it's kind of easy after that. But from the start, it's not super easy, but you could always just learn off my mistakes. But this is gonna be the end of the 7 days. Subscribe to help the channel. Bye.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side.